My dear children, you're finally with me in the classroom. I'm so happy to begin this learning journey with all of you. You know that we are going to start learning the alphabet. But before we learn the alphabet, there is something very important that we need to learn. And we will continue to learn that in grade 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Let me show you what that is. So, do you all remember the story of Sparkles and Broken Wing that I told you? The story of these two beautiful fairies who helped God with something very important. You know what God was doing? God was making the world, and He was making the world into shapes, into forms, into things that we can feel and touch and see. And do you remember what are the two gifts that Sparkles and Broken Wing brought? Sparkles came right down from the sky, from the heavens, darting down to God. When he saw that God and Broken Wing were talking together, Sparkles wondered, what is it that they are talking about? I want to know. And do you remember how Sparkles came flying? Right down, flying down from the sky. Do you want to see how Sparkles flew down from the sky? Like this. This is how Sparkles flew down from the sky. And we must remember this line. This is a very important line that we're going to learn and use in many different ways. And do you know what is the gift that Broken Wing brought for God? As God was working and trying to find a way of how to make the things in the world. Poor little Broken Wing. His wing was broken and he was walking along, and that is when he left a fairy dust of a curve. And that is when God saw that curve and realized that he will need a curve, a straight line, and also a curved line to make all the things in the world. So let's make a curved line. Do you see that? The straight line and the curved line. These are two lines that we will be using to make many things. We will make all the alphabet, of course, with these two lines, but we will also make many different things. I want you to look at these two lines very closely. I want you to see these two forms and look around you. Where do you see them? Do you see a straight line when you look at the door of your house? Do you see a curved line when you look at your plate when you're having your dinner or your lunch? When you look at a flower, what kind of line do you see? When you look at the moon, what kind of line do you see? I want you to look at all the kinds of lines around you. And before we start to write these lines with the crayon in our books, we are going to first make these lines with our hands and our feet, and sometimes also our eyes. I want you to wait before you are ready to draw in your book. We are first going to make these forms with our hands and our feet and with anything else that you like.